What's good? This is JVB representing SPD, and that is sportsperdiem.com. Wow. So the Chicago Bears come all the way back in the fourth quarter to defeat the Detroit Lions 27-23 in a game they had no business of winning. First, they were playing the Detroit Lions, who over the last couple of seasons have blown more fourth quarter leads than any other team in the National Football League. And second of all, they got fourth quarter Mitch Trubisky. All right, so that last statement is kind of tongue-in-cheek, but this is something that we've all seen as Bears fans. I talked about it a lot last season, but we would see games where the Bears offense didn't do shit the whole first half, and sometimes for the first three quarters. And then all of a sudden, Mitch Trubisky is completing passes. The offense is moving downfield. They're scoring touchdowns. Typically, for the most part, in all those cases, the Bears still lost that game. So it was always funny to me that Mitch Trubisky in the fourth quarter will go down the field, have no pressure whatsoever, and then he can finally score touchdowns. He can finally throw touchdowns. He can finally be accurate. But in this game, I'm going to give him his due. This team was down in the fourth quarter, 3 scores, and this man led this Bears team to 3 touchdown drives, winning the game 27-23. But of course, with any kind of comeback, you need some more good fortune to go your way. Just like Mitch Trubisky and this Bears offense sleepwalking through the first 3 quarters, real talk, the same thing could be said for the Bears defense. Now, the Bears defense in the first half, just like the Detroit Lions, both defenses did well in the first half. There was a lot of bend, but there wasn't a lot of break in either defense. The first touchdown of the game came damn near towards the end of the second quarter, where the Detroit Lions took advantage of a short field, and DeAndre Swift came in, scored on a short touchdown run at the goal line. I'm going to bring that name up one more time in a few minutes. But the Detroit Lions go up at halftime 13-6. Okay, so the second half starts, and Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions offense, they were clicking. Adrian Peterson was out there like it was 2007 again. It was throwback AP out there. He had the speed, the agility, and the power combination going. And just imagine, it was just a week ago that this man was cut by Washington and he was signed by the Lions. And he went out there and he played like 2012 AP. AP was going off. Matthew Stafford was looking good. TJ Hawkinson, he scored a touchdown. He looked good as well. The Lions were up 20-6 early in that third quarter. There's a lot of situations on third down where the Bears defense was that close from getting off the field, but Matthew Stafford would find the receiver. They'll make a tough catch. They'll make a gritty catch, and they'll get the first down. Guys like Danny Amendola, Cephas, I don't even know who that was. Cephas made big plays in that game. And then Marvin Jones made some big plays as well. He also gave Jalen Johnson his welcome to the NFL moment, where he caught a pass going across the field. Jalen Johnson is squaring up. He puts his shoulder down. Marvin Jones puts his shoulder down a little bit further, and he trucks right over Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson falls right on his ass, and it was a highlight play. But Matthew Stafford was out there throwing laser beams. His receivers making tough catches, clutch catches. Adrian Peterson looking like a beast. So even without their best offensive skill player in Kenny Golladay, this Detroit Lions offense was playing very well. Add on a field goal for Matt Prater, and the Detroit Lions are leading the Bears 23-6 going into the fourth quarter. I would add for the Detroit Lions defense that they were already playing without their first-round rookie, the cornerback out of Ohio State. He didn't play this game. Then in this game, they lost their 2 best DBs to hamstrings. Then, earlier in the game, Jamie Collins gets ejected for demonstrating something to the referee. He put his helmet, into the referee, saying that, it was the motion, like the Bears offensive linemen, they were doing this to me. He did that to the referee. The referee like, "What are you doing, man?" And he throws the flag. They eject him out the game. Whether or not you believe he deserved to get ejected for that, that's your opinion. That's up to you. But you are one of the veterans on this team. You are one of the leaders on this young defense. Bro, you got to be smarter than that. So the Lions do lose some key guys on defense, but it's Mitch Trubisky, It's this Bears offense, Through the first 3 quarters, this offense was trash. Particularly Mitch Trubisky in the passing game. I had no complaints with the running game, though. Those guys did their thing. David Montgomery, Tariq Cohen, Cordero Patterson, They all had really good games. The yards per rush was awesome. And with that said, you also have to give credit to this Bears offensive line. They did a great job dominating the line of scrimmage, opening up holes for the running backs, and also protecting Mitch Trubisky. So let's talk some more about Mitch Trubisky. In the fourth quarter, he played like he won a starting quarterback position. 8 for 10, 89 yards, something like that. And of course, the 3 touchdowns. Of course, Mitch Trubisky's going to get a lot of the credit. But these receivers, man, they were making some big plays. On the first touchdown drive, you got Allen Robinson making that crazy, spectacular diving catch. And then on 4th and 1, deep in Lions territory, Cordero Patterson barely gets the edge and gets the first down. It leads to a touchdown for Jimmy Graham. PAT good. The Bears are now down 23-13. So fast forward a little bit. The Bears defense makes a stop. The offense gets the ball back with momentum. The Bears have a chance to capitalize. I believe it's 3rd and 13. And then Mitch Trubisky, he doesn't see anything. He spins out the pocket. And then he spins out the pocket again. Trey Flowers comes up, the Detroit Lions defensive lineman, strip sacks Mitch Trubisky. Fortunately, Charles Leno is there to fall on the ball, but it's a 27-yard loss. And right there, I felt like that was it. The Bears' hope of a comeback were over. So it's 4th and 41 for the Bears. They punt the ball back to Detroit, and this is where the defense finally makes a statement. After AP gashed him up again for a chunk play, the Bears finally get a sack. It comes from Akeem Hicks. Sacking Matthew Stafford, becomes 3rd and long. Detroit ended up getting a little bit back, but they still had to kick a long field goal with his leg in a dome too. I'm not saying a 55-yard field goal is easy, but a 55-yard field goal for Matt Prater, he's done it plenty of times. He's kicked 60-yard field goals. It's not impossible. But Matt Prater goes out there, kicks the field goal, it hits the upright. So not only does the Detroit Lions not extend the lead, but since it's a long field goal, it gives the Bears really good field position to start their next drive. So we finally found Mitch Trubisky in the fourth quarter. And guess what? We finally find Anthony Miller here in the fourth quarter. Anthony Miller made some big catches, including that one-handed grab on the sidelines, keeping possession, giving the Bears a first down, and giving the Bears more momentum in that fourth quarter. Jimmy Graham makes another big reception, getting some yak, taking the ball all the way to the goal line. In real time, they scored the touchdown, but they ended up reviewing it. They overturned it, but still, the Bears had the ball at the goal line and ready to cook. Mitch Trubisky throws another touchdown, this time to the back of the end zone to Javon Wims. The score now, Detroit 23, Bears 20. So on the next drive for the Lions, it's around 3 minutes left. So Detroit runs the ball on 1st and 2nd down. The Bears call timeout after both plays, and it brings us to 3rd down. So now it's 3rd down. And if you're the Bears defense, all you want is a stop. All you want to do is stop Detroit from getting the first down. So the Lions go out there for 3rd down, and they're going to pass the ball. They're going for the kill. They're going for the win right now. They're trying to get this first down. Matthew Stafford drops back, throws the ball into tight coverage. There's a couple of Chicago Bears over there, including Eddie Jackson. Tip drill, the ball goes up. Kyle Fuller is Johnny on the spot, gets the interception, and now the Bears offense starts in Detroit territory. I talk about Mitch Trubisky. A lot of people talk about Mitch Trubisky and how inaccurate he can be. Even in this game for 3 quarters, it was the same old Mitch. But the go-ahead touchdown pass he threw to Anthony Miller, not only was it a great catch from Anthony Miller, but it was a beautiful thrown football from Mitch Trubisky. So the Bears come all the way back, lead 27-23. Detroit has one last shot at this. So now it's time for Matthew Stafford to respond. And Matthew Stafford's doing a great job. He's leading his team down the field. He's making big throws. He made a big throw to Danny Amendola deep into Bears territory. Matt Stafford throws a pretty ball in the end zone between 2 Chicago Bears to DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift gets wide open, puts hands on the ball only to drop the ball. Figuratively and literally, DeAndre Swift drops the ball. Matthew Stafford goes out there one more again to the end zone. Pass broken up by Jalen Johnson. GG's, game over. The Bears come back in the fourth quarter. led by, yes, Mitchell Trubisky, and defeat the Detroit Lions 27-23. What a crazy ass game. I'm gonna say this. I will give Mitch Trubisky credit, but this is no different than what we've seen over the last season. We've seen this Bears offense do nada in the first half, in the first few quarters. We've seen this time and time again. We cannot be seeing this. They ran the ball well, really good today, but they couldn't score touchdowns. That needs to change, because guess what? You're not going to play the Detroit Lions every single week. And even with that said, DeAndre Swift catches that ball, the game is practically over. The comeback falls short. You lose to the Lions. Fortunately, you beat the Lions. I'm happy about that. I love it. The Bears are 1-0. The Bears win a division game. I love it. But still, we need to see better quarterback play. If the Mitch Trubisky that we saw in the fourth quarter can play like that in the first half, the Bears will be competitive the whole season. And yes, the defense wasn't great. They made plays when they needed to, but overall, the defense was not good either. But for Matt Nagy and his Bears offense, you need to be better from start to finish. You need to go out there and convert on third downs. You need to convert these field goals to touchdowns. So I tip my hat to Mitch Trubisky. Give him the game ball. But still, Nagy, and this whole offense needs to be more consistent for the whole game. And as far as the Bears defense, I don't know what it is, but still, you can't get gashed up like that. Especially to a mid-30-something. I know he a Hall of Famer. I know he Hall of Fame bound. But you can't go out there letting Adrian Peterson, 34, 35, however old he is. You can't be allowing him to gas you up for big yards. I really believe, and I made a video about this, but the Bears need to look for more help in that interior defensive line. Whether that's Mike Daniels or Snacks Harrison, you need to bring in somebody to help solidify the interior of that defensive line, because it's not going to get any better. The Bears play Saquon Barkley and the New York Giants next week. If you thought it was bad today with AP, you in for a rude awakening with Saquon. They need to get better. Khalil Mack, all these guys need to bring more pressure. So overall, offensively, defensively, it was a subpar game. But the Bears picked up the W, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. But eventually, that's not all what's going to matter. You're going to need to play well. You're going to need to be good, because sooner or later, you will get exposed. But the Bears do win. They come all the way back in the fourth quarter to defeat the Detroit Lions, and I am happy about that. The Bears start the season 1-0, and they have another favorable matchup next week against the New York Giants. So Bears fans, enjoy Victory Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, until next week. But I'm out. Like the video and share the video, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take it easy. God bless. Peace.